What's up, guys? Iceman here. Welcome to Meditations. If you will like this video, subscribe to the page and hit the bell so you're notified next time I post a video. So it's been kind of on my mind lately, and I'm curious what you guys and gals have to say about this. How much can we trust the Bible? I mean, you have a lot of people who say, well, there's like a ton of different versions of it, and it's been altered over time, things like that, you know? But then some say, well, the scriptures God breathed, and unchanging is what they'll say. But then I think to how, didn't Jesus, when he came, he was the Word became flesh? You know what I mean? So has that changed? And there's something in Revelation and all that about the Word being written on our, or the laws or something being written on our hearts and minds. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, people are saying that we're in the short season of where the devil can deceive the nations. And I just started looking into all this stuff. And I heard about this a few years ago, how like there's that example of the, that whole thing where the lion lies down with the lamb. Like it's through Christian art and music and all that. And millions of people claim that that's what the scriptures would say. Whether it's King James Version or NIV or any of that stuff. Up until maybe 10 years ago or something. Is when people started coming to this, where they're like, well, it says wolf now. And then I started looking into it, and I was like, let me go online. But obviously they can change all the digital stuff if they wanted to. But then like I look at the old Bible that I have, that's like a 1940s Bible, King James, and of course it says the wolf will lie down with the lamb. It's no longer the lion. It's really weird. Then people point out supposed scriptures where it says, and I read these actually, I'm not giving them word by word. What is it, Daniel 6:25 or something? 7:25? Something along the lines of how the devil will be given some sort of power where he can intend to change the times and laws, all right? And people say that the laws there are the scriptures. And the times, who knows? People say that we don't know when we live, or when we are right now. If we've been lied to throughout history by the powers that be. I don't know. I'm curious what you guys have to say about this, but it got me thinking for a minute. I was like, well, hold on. If the devil's given power over the scriptures to make alterations, he probably can't make it lie, can he? Because it's like, still in the new heaven and earth, the lion will lie down with the lamb, but so will the wolf, to my understanding. So it's not necessarily a lie. It's just has taken some depth away from that verse. But then people point out other things. They say that the King James Version and all that says that God winks. And I remember reading a proverb about how a deceitful man winks or something like that. Like that's like a deceitful sort of thing that you can do. And I wink a lot. I've winked to people a lot. Just kind of messing with them. I would wink at guys. Not in any way flirtatious, but just like in the know. You know what I mean? There's something kind of in crowd or deceitful with it. I don't know. There's something weird about it, or deceptive. I don't know. There's something about it. But say that God winks and sneers now according to the scriptures, and that was never the case, what these people are saying. So that's kind of messed up, isn't it? And then these people bring up the rapture thing, which many argue happened 700 years ago or something, and history was all changed and altered. And we're a post-millennial kingdom right now. Let me know what your thoughts are on that. That's what these people are saying. But regardless of what they're saying, another thing they said is that the whole thing where there's two in a bed and one will be taken? They say that's been changed to there will be two men in a bed. and one will be taken. You know what I'm saying? And it seems like that's almost like satirical, isn't it? Like if we're to think Satan has power over Scripture right now to some extent, is given it by God, that's like a no-brainer. Like obviously he'd say that, right? Considering the times and context we live in. But then I wonder, maybe that's still true. I don't know. Maybe there were two men lying in a bed back in those days and one was taken. So it still doesn't necessarily take away from whether or not it's true. That's what I'm concerned about here. Is, can we trust it? Like, is it still true or whatever? Even though Satan can make alterations on it? Can he make it lie? Or can he make it contradict and all that? Can he mislead us with it? I mean, if that's the case, it makes me not want to read it, you know? I mean, I haven't been reading it much lately anyway. Ever since I injured myself in 5 different ways, I was like, reading the Bible hasn't been doing me any good apparently, because look at me. Of course, I could be off worse if I was. I don't know, but not based on our works, right? But nonetheless, it's just, what can be trusted is what I'm wondering. You know, it seems like you could come at this at a few different angles. One of the angles is, well, yeah, put aside the Bible. Just go by your heart and mind and what you kind of know of Jesus. You know what I mean? Like there's some basic fundamentals, like the whole loving your neighbor, loving God. The two big commandments that all the laws of the prophets hang on, apparently, you know. So maybe we could just achieve that. That's all you kind of, that's all that's good to live a decent life and die in peace or something in these last days. I don't really know. Or last days or whatever. Who knows? Who knows what to call these days? But yeah, they say the devil's running the show. This is Revelation 20, where he's been given a time to deceive the nations. And yeah, I don't know if that's true or not, but I mean, it seems like if you look around, there's a lot of evidence for the case. Just all the deception in media, entertainment, academia, world governments, things like that, just everywhere. The workplaces, corporations, you know, it's just everywhere you look. It's a bunch of deception. But what are your thoughts on that? You know what I mean? My voice isn't the best today. I know there's something going on with my voice. I think it has to do with how I recently got surgery just a few days ago on my pec. And there's a bone infection, so keep me in your prayers for that. I'm scared. I'm going to have to be in like an IV at home, I think. It freaks me out. I'm not good with needles, so this isn't going to be good. You know, I had a workout accident. I had a great functioning body, very strong. And I was bench pressing 365 pounds. And I hurt myself a year and a half ago, and I'm still facing the consequences from it. And I think I'm getting a weakened immune system or something. I don't know what's going on, but I have a bone infection. I just found out a couple of days ago. It's a year and a half after my first surgery, but keep me in your prayers if you guys will. But what are your thoughts on that? Are we supposed to be reading the Bible or what? Or do we really just kind of, like, isn't there something in Revelation where it goes on about just kind of let the world go as it will, let them do as they will, this, that, and the third, and just time is nigh or whatever, and just hold on to the essence, it seems, is to hold on to like the basics of Jesus or something. I don't really know. Maybe just my own interpretation, but I mean, are we supposed to be reading the Bible or what? You guys let me know in the comments. I'll see you in my next video. Peace with you.